Alright, back to Sunless Sea. We found the hideaway, we dropped off some people, we participated in some rather scrupulous styles of festival, which I don't know. I was hoping for something better, but it doesn't seem that fun. Anywho, we're now leaving Hideaway. Arise! Arise to the ocean. The ocean? What's this thing called? Now we are. Ye mustache. Pardon me. I don't mean to upset you. I'm just carrying on. Right, so now we're going a little up. We approach the Empire of Hands. Let us clasp our souls tight. Let the pet-cost apes take them from us. A stern reminder from the Admiralty. In the name and by the power of her enduring majesty, a trade embargo and quarantine in absolute perpetuity has hereby been declared on the Isle of Empire of Hands. No ship of London is to permit aboard a pet-cost ape without express and prior permission from the Admiralty. Any and all acts of spearphage are prohibited. 3. They know what they did. Beware of stowaways. Keep a tight grip on your soul. Excerpt from Standard Naval Regulation, Volume 4. The Flea-Ridden Mare. With the regulations in mind, it is surprised to be greeted by a mere itchy monkey in tattered yellow robe, barely walking with the help of ceremonial staff. An official greeting. "Hello," cries the mare, in a broken voice of one not yet used to human speech. "Come, make yourself at home. All souls welcome in bountiful Empire of Hands." The crew shifts uncomfortably. They know the stories. It will take more than the natural beauty of this place to make most of them risk shore leave here. Monkey business. The apes watch you hungrily. Soul-hungry monkeys reluctantly tend his trading post, waiting for an opportunity to escape. Bloated fleas hop from ape to man and man to ape, gorging themselves without care of which is which. A weak call for help. An emaciated man is slumped against a wall of the docks, sitting on a huge crate. He waves weakly at you. Shore leave. The parasynthetic jungle holds many dangers. Step carefully. There's no authority beyond the fence. An audience with the flea-ridden mare. He is not busy. No appointments are required. Prepare a comprehensive port report. Few have reason to brave the waters of this far empire, especially with trade embargo. The Admiralty will play especially well for an up-to-date intelligence. We need to explore it a bit more. The Zeppelin. Intense work is underway across the bridge. Turned away. 2 monkey guards wielding rifles and rusty bayonets block the bridge. This is not for your eyes, outsider. Avert them. Walk away. Walk faster. Good human. Talk to this guy. Oh, thank God. The dogged apprentice gasps. I don't know how long I've been here. It's been days, weeks since I ran out of money. I've got to get back to Rosegate beneath the waters. His crate rumbles beneath him. Please, help me. If you have anything I could eat. You'll help him to get to Rosegate, but that's it. He can come on board, but your supplies are reserved for your crew. You'll not only take him to Rosegate, but you'll feed him too. He's clearly weak with hunger. You can spare a little sustenance. Thank you, the dogged apprentice springs up to embrace you, but collapses onto the dock. After seeing him to a bunk, you check and double-check that your crew has securely stored away his rumbling crate. Everyone has a dream. Sailing the Empire of Hands. Communal wood boats offer free passage to all travelers willing to row between the islands. Scouting trip, Sovereign Island. A wooden palace stretches across the whole island, passage to it lit by a field of tiny glim buoys. Scouting trip, the Ash Isthmus. Neither man nor ape claims this volcanic remnant between islands. Haunted, they say. Ridiculous. Fountainhead Island. Ancient secrets peek out of the trees. Any may visit, but few penties ever bother to make the pilgrimage. Heartsake Island. A tiny pillar of greasy yet appetizing smoke rises from the only human settlement in the Empire. Let's check that first. The Blumenbach Quarantine. The Admiralty has never stated precisely why it seeks to keep the Empire confined, though most opposition to it fades once said opposers actually encounter a pet-cost ape. They have been easy to corral, however, though they do not lack wit. There is not an inventive bone in their hairy bodies, and no amount of stolen humanity has taught them the art of creating engines. Survivors of a pirate expedition have stolen this land, where apes are unwelcome except for an entree. The lost treasure hunter. He squints at a map, muttering incoherently. Approach the village. Greasy smoke and guiltily tempting aromas rise from a collection of huts around a long beach pirate ship with a field of pointed impaled monkeys. Let's look at this map. North through each city the bats have brought down. He wipes his brow. Have you seen a big X on the ground by chance? I got these 4 map pieces that got me this far and said X would mark the spot, but I can't find an X anywhere. He looks at the map sadly. It should be here, it says. Now where am I supposed to dig? He is too busy to talk right now, but adds that he will be in the village later if you want to trade adventuring supplies. Don't try the meatballs, he warns, getting back to his search. You don't want to do that. Okay. An explosive almost takes off your head. Sorry about that, booms the boisterous pirate, lowering a smoky blunderbuss as bits of shattered tree rain down. New arrival, are we? Well, if you haven't got a tail, you're all right by me. He squints momentarily, suspicious. You don't have a tail, do you? Wouldn't put it past the thieving little buggers to go shave one of their own, but wouldn't know fair play if it kicked 'em right up their arse. His voice is louder than his blunderbuss. The congealed meat juices of his thick beard are better not considered. It was not Heartsake Village. It was not madness that drove these pirates to cannibalism, but years of being shipwrecked without the comfort of meat. After a while, any meat would do. Return to the boat. They seem a friendly sort and are shocked at an idea that they would ever be such poor hosts as to eat a guest, but then they have no shortage of supplies. Back to Port Stanton. The Z is quiet. The journey is pleasingly uneventful. You have not been eaten by cannibal pirates. All things considered, a successful trip. Okay. Let's go to this haunted island of apes and monkeys. The trip offers a little time to think on the penties. Technically, they are monkeys rather than apes, but it is not tactful to remind them of this. To their high-souled faces, the accepted name is Pentecost apes. In private, though, the bloody monkeys is about as common. It is, one might say, an ad hominoid insult. Black beaches give way to an oasis of gently glowing trees, the scent of rotting fruit. Enter the forest. Parasynthetic vegetation thrives in the Empire of Hand's fertile soil and cool humidity. Return to the boat. There's nothing here that will concern the Admiralty. Let's check. Into the woods. Wide natural paths run between clumps of trees, softly lit by a dim green glow and the occasional glimmer of fall stars. Through the canopy, only the cracking of leaves and the soothing sounds of water break the serenity of this volcano-forged paradise. Let's see. Black beaches give way to an oasis of gently glowing trees and the scent of rotting flowers. Hunt for supplies. Not many plants and berries here are familiar, and some of them at least look similar to the ones were being eaten back at Port Stanton. Relax in a hot spring. Steam and a hint of sulfur gently rise from a secluded natural pool flanked by trees and mushrooms. Return to the boat. Let's relax in this hot spring. A moment for yourself. You slip out of your itchy clothes and into a welcoming caress of hot, deep water. The salts and sweats of sailing life melt away as you simply float bare and free. Above, false stars glimmer bright enough to be worth wishing on. All around, the glow of the tree casts ambient calm on the silent peace. How long has it been since you had a moment like this? Since London? Longer? Only 5, Ter. That's at least worth 15, if I do say so myself. A thought of the past? Sea captains are born, and sea captains are raised. You think back on the day you learned it was your path. Thought of for the future. Ambition brought you this far in your journey, and one way or another ambition will end it. But have you changed on your journeys? Has it? A thought for the East. Few sailors are resourceful enough to get this far, where the stories end and the myths begin. A thought for the Z. As mysterious and deadly as the first day you set sail on her, she remains your mistress in your kingdom. No thoughts, not right now. Let this moment be yours and yours alone. Not wasted on worldly concerns. I'm going to think of the future. Every day, one step closer. There are as many reasons to take to the Z as there are sailors. For money, power, the joy of exploration, to head north and damn the consequences. Most never come close to fulfilling their ambition. But you are different. You know that what you want. With a sturdy crew by your side, you will achieve it. Perhaps none will remember your name afterwards. That does not mean you cannot leave your mark. Wait, what was that? Sound like giggling? Caught! Tiny blonde girl perches, watching on a rock. Her innocent grin is spiced with mischievous glee. She moves like a monkey, but she giggles like an imp. At the look on your face at being caught bathing in her hot spring, and the one that floods onto it as she scoops up your clothes. Oh no. Hey! Shipwrecked as a baby, raised by the Empire of Hand, she now plays between the worlds of ape and men, neither one nor entirely the other. Demand that you put those down at once. At once, you shout. There will be trouble. A desperate swim. Curse these relaxed limbs. I'm going to do a desperate swim. The monkey foundling makes things interesting. She waits, grinning innocently, until you emerge from the hot spring with nothing but your strategically placed hands for modesty. Before you can get close, though, she bolts from her crouched position and into the forest on all fours, a scampering run that turns every rock and fallen tree into a springboard. Chase the monkey foundling. Damn it! You cannot return to your crew like this. Fly upon them, let them stare. Let their tongues volunteer them for whipping. Give me back my clothes! Into the forest. The branches scrape against your skin. The damp mud squidges between your toes. There is no sign of the monkey foundling, but her tracks are easily followed. Before a forest clearing, footprints lead here. She has not even attempted to hide them. It is as if she wanted you to follow. Enough of this nonsense. Let the crew do their worst. You're done here. It's a trap, but I must get my clothes back. Ouch! Your hand slaps to your stinging buttocks. A little stone lands in the dirt as a familiar giggle comes from above. You look to see the monkey foundling dangling upside down from a branch by her legs, a blowpipe in the hand and a bag just out of reach, tantalizingly so. Taking a deep breath, you politely, very politely, request she return your damned clothes now. The monkey foundling listens and gives it some thought, tapping her blowpipe against your lips as she decides, say, please. Please. There, it is said. Pretty please? After she thinks a moment. Pretty please. With imaginary cherry on top if she likes. I am not going to throw a rock at a child. No. Pretty, pretty please, she adds, stifling a giggle. Pretty, 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 pretty please. It is freezing. How much longer? Okay. It is poker-faced. Your anguished plea echoes through the trees. A gift from the monkey foundling. Oh, Lord. You appear to have pretty pleased her, and she decides deserves a reward. She fishes in her bag and generously throws you a sock. A single, solitary sock. She learns a few new swear words as she races off across the branches, near doubled with anger. This never happened. It's a high risk. At least I got a sock. Damn it. It's not worth it. This is not worth it. I'm leaving. A shameful return. How do I lose terror from that? A crew is incapable of holding back its glee as you return from the... Yeah, stare at me, boys and girls. Take a good look, okay? Especially you, Mr. Engineer. The crew is incapable of holding back its glee as you return from the ash isthmus with nothing but the dignity of your two hands can muster and a newfound understanding of how difficult it is to form every perfunctory clothed out of leaf and vines. If there is a bonus, it is that the smirks and jokes of the next few days do more to take the edge off sailing than a bottle of Morlay's finest. It will be a good while yet, though, before it is your authority to take first springs to mind when you see that it is your fright that first springs to mind when you. It will be a good while yet before it is your authority that first springs to mind when they see you giving orders. That boy. Okay. Let's check Fountainhead Island. A young ancient empire. The Empire of Hands is hardly as old as they pretend, but mimicry and theft infuses their whole culture. If the Penitties have come to think the rulers should be buried in ancient temples, then it is ancient temples they will build. It would hardly be the first time their attempts to mirror humanity have entirely missed the point. This sounds familiar. All right, 1 second. Hold on, I'll be right back. I forgot I left my rice out. Ooh. Okay, back to this. Swiftly growing vegetation keeps a thick forest wrapped around variably ancient ruins. Even the yet-to-be plundered ones are heavily scarred with crowbar marks. A temple in the forest. In a clearing of parasynthetic trees looms an imposing structure of wood and stone. Treasure hunt. Secrets are buried here, ready to be uncovered. Return to the boat, better equipped expedition to uncover this island's secrets and treasures. Let's check this temple. The Vault of the First Emperor. It stretches through the forest in a number of styles, each designed by whims of the latest Pentecost apes, who felt it needed to be made grander. It would be a dedicated team to break in and uncover its secrets. Perhaps you will bring one here later. Okay. Investigation for another day. Perhaps there is someone in Fallen London who might be able to help get the treasures of this island. Alright, last one, the Sovereign Island. The heart of the Empire. Many boats circle the island, all keeping their distance. The one that gets closest is an extended rowboat painted in yellows, whites, and reds. 4 servant monkeys strain at the oars, while its true passenger sits in the comfort beside a gauze curtain. Just for a moment, an eye catches yours, and only for a moment. It would not do for a high-souled ape to see something so beneath its noticed. Today, the sprawling palace is called the Wild-Willed Court. Tomorrow, who knows? The world of the Pentecost apes is one of cruel whimsy, where stolen traditions last only as long as their amusement. Gain access to the court. The gates are guarded by 2 armored monkeys that would look adorable if not for the blood on their bayonets. Humans are not welcome without an invitation or worthy gift for the Emperor. Back to the boat. There is more sailing to be done today. The guards stare as you row away. It will take some effort to integrate yourself here. Perhaps if you could find something on the other islands. Explorations complete. Perhaps you use the information you've gleaned. Prepare a comprehensive port report. Few have reason to brave the waters this far east, especially with the trade embargo. The Admiralty will pay especially well for up-to-date intelligence. The Isles of the Empire. All of them warrant further attention. For now, though, it would be best to see if your initial discoveries can whet the interest alone back home. Scrap of lore. There is so much still to discover here, but this will suffice for now. Audience with the flea-ridden mare. King of an empty castle. The flea-ridden mare scratches himself on a chair made of crates, surrounded by boxes of long-rotting trade goods. As a 5-souled ape, he would be able to petition for membership of court. For now, the trade embargo has left him trapped on the outside, a 3-souled overseer with no talent for order. The mayor's shack. In better times, being overseer of Port Stanton gave the incumbent their pick of visitors to the Empire. Now it is as thankless a task as any to be found in the Neath. Sell your soul to the bear. He doesn't have much to offer, but if you aren't using it, no thank you. Acquires fresh supplies. Oddly, little of the Empire's of Hand's natural bounty is edible. The monkeys will help you find edible stuff for a fee. Acquire emergency fuel. Fuel? Got fuel. The flea-ridden mare nods quickly. Not cheap, not free. Can be arranged. London money. Okay, put on table. Look on ducks, yes? Fuel cost a hefty 40 echoes per barrel. Excuse yourself. I think we are in need of some fuel. The deed is done. Flea-ridden mare snatches the exorbitant fee, toying with it in candlelight. He nods. We'll send. No questions. More if needed. Right, let's get to 19. I think that'll be enough to get back. Right, fresh supplies. Crate of berries, fruits, and more. Most of them taste unpalatably bitter, but they will do you and your crew no harm in the short term. Okay. Excuse myself. The mayor returns to pretending to work outside a crowd of monkeys that has been absolutely not been listening in, scampers away. Let's attempt shore leave. A chance to gather supplies. With the help of a few crew members, you gather several crates of fruits and berries from the thick jungle. In exchange for a share, the monkeys of Port Stanton are oddly happy to help you sift through and find the best. Much of the crew subsequently suffers from terrible diarrhea. Two things are perhaps unrelated. Okay. Look for a rowboat. There appears to be one in use at the moment. You make note to return later. Unlike then, business awaits elsewhere, if only monkeys had proper ships. Their islands would be proper docks capable of handling yours. Oh well. You need help from someone and follow and continue exploring. Okay? I think that's all we can do. Alright. I think it's time we start to head back to London. We, I think, have enough to head up. Pretty sure we can buy fuel at Mount Paimon. Oh. Didn't see me. I was never here. Strange puffs of warmth. From the air of a side behind the ice. This is the pillared sea, where Arem has always lied. Oh, hello. Still Haven. Carlisle's Haven. Irem. Nothing I've ever spoken truthfully of this place. Restless nights. Ignore them. Irem, the pillared city. She will rise from the sea and the ice like dawn. She will be garlanded with red and decked with gold. You guys really like red and gold together, I've noticed. It seems to be a thing. The seventh serpent will watch you longing from its high pedestal. You will always arrive as a stranger, but when you leave, some part of you will always remain. The house of the ember sky. Rest, traveler, our waters are warm. Our cushions are petal soft. Lay your head here. You will be healed, or better yet, you will be renewed. Payment in coffee? Yes, please. Compile a port report. You will record what you have seen. Okay, for IREM, I need coffee. A conundrum. When you sit down to write the report, you will recall that it was already written. Who wrote it? The report records that it was already written when it was found. Who found it? The report describes another report, which will indicate the name of the finder. Where is the other report? There's a footnote which describes when you will record its location. When will that be? When all is well, and all manner of things as well. Okay, time is weird here. Ooh, the last market. The Fisher of Dawn. This one will find treasures in the river beyond sleep. Bring a suitable antiphone. Sack of dark coffee beans. A phantasmal encounter, 189. Captain. A study of a clearing amid trees that do not grow in the neath. Of a Z-captain smashing the image of a painted serpent. The Z-captain's crew look on calmly. A forked tongue is visible in one's open mouth. The painting is tinted everywhere with viric, the greenish color of shallow sleep, which cannot be seen on the surface world. You are the sleep Z-captain in the painting. You are also the painter. Okay, lamentable relic. This is all of us one day. But let's not be in a tearing hurry about it. Watchful curio. A sinister little squatting image, but its eyes are pleading. A soothe and copper long box. Oh, an empty mirror catch box. We need this. Delivered to Depot A. Station 3. Okay, at least I know where that is now. Judgment's egg. Is this a soul? Alright, I'm buying the empty mirror catch box. Let me see what else there is. Captivating treasure, element of dawn. And yet it moves, a piece of mission or work of the dawn machine. Fuel. We got some fuel, strange catch. Maybe a sort of fish. Supplies. Wind come calling, tails and tails and tails. Oh, I can buy stuff here. I can buy secrets. Very expensive secrets. Okay. We're gonna buy one empty mirror catch box. And where's the third? Where's station 3? Where's station 3 again? Station 3 is over there. We'll get that later. Actually, I should probably spend my secrets, in all honesty, to upgrade things. Oh, you're a mascot now? 2 pages. Scholarly creature from a warlike nation of stern granite pigs. This prestigious snow steamer. I need a cook. I really need a cook. attraction of reflection. The ferret admires itself in a mirror, the slick fur on of its leg. It rolls its lip to admire its teeth. Or is that what it's doing? Is it yawning? Mesmerized by the mirror? Impossible to say. Oh, hello. Captain, Captain, my sleep is riddled with my dreams, my lord. Dreams of bells and candles. A destination. He paces the deck. I see a lonely house lit by tallow and wick. A bell is ringing. It rings now. Do you hear it? He scratches at his sigil, which has begun to bleed. Do you know this place, Captain? Can I plot a course? A place of candles and bells and a chapel of lights. A northern church where there is no sin too terrible. Okay. Anybody else got something to do? Oh, I need to increase my hearts. Yeah. Need to increase hearts to around 40. Okay. Good enough. Okay, so we have one mirror catch box. We just need to find where I get the Clayman. I think in the polytherm, which I don't know where that is. It might be up here somewhere. Okay, shops. I'm going to buy some more fuel. Right, that's as much as we can do, but that should be enough that we can get back. Right. Palmerston. We're gonna do a angled descend that way. Or should we hit the chapel of lights? There is that one section in the bottom corner left of the map we haven't gone to yet. The dawn. I think that's where the dawn machine is. Tides of appetite. Hear the voices. What did I say? Oh. Hear the voice, those voices that will not be drowned. This is the sea of voices. You're close to Polytherm, where nothing is truly dead. Okay, so we are close to Polytherm. South. Discovered Opie. This is where we can get one of the men. Clayman. Obey, endure, forlorn. Commingle. Polytherm here is screaming. Taciturn clay men. Taciturn clay men, evasive cloths, colonials, colonies, walking like humans, cobbles that groan underfoot on the hills above, a palace villa of marble, but even that writhes like buried bones in an earthquake. Gather intelligence. What news of Polytherm? Shore leave. Drink beer that wails from cups that sob, if you like that sort of thing. It's an expensive place to reduce terror. Carry claymen to London. Are they passengers or cargo? They're certainly the easiest passengers imaginable, unless one turns out to be an unfinished man. 6 things of unbearable. Audience with the king of 100 hearts. Carrot clay broker leans on his copper staff, examining you coolly. The king will see you, little friend, he says. No, he won't see you, not just now. He gestures. You hand a watchful curio. Okay, how many of these did you say you needed? For your thing, my friend? Whom he labors. Is it just one? So we need 8 clay man and an empty mirror catch pots. Okay, so just 1 mirror clay. Let's gather some intelligence. What lives? The king with 100 hearts rules from his palace above the city. He is never seen. He makes no treaties with other lands, but there's unrest in the air. The clay men you speak to are obedient and humble, but they speak nervously of those who are not, the maimed, the rebellious, the unfinished. Carry clay men to London. I don't have enough cargo space. Shore leave. Just 1? Okay. Ugh. Okay, well, I got a lot of things in my cargo hold. So I'm pretty sure we just needed 1 clay man. 1. Do I have auxiliary? I do have auxiliary. Quarters, -3, engine power. Plus that, that is going to reduce our gas a lot, so no. Power begets more gas consumption, unfortunately. Okay, well, we now have all that to help our mechanic friend, whatever he needs. Where am I? Port Cecil. Actually head down to Port Cecil to drop off that one guy. Oh, I love this music. Eels. Strange probably keeps them away. Alright. Sorry. Alright. Chest. Still not good for that. Got a port. Okay. Drop off that guy. Gained 100. Or coral, no. A privateer encampment. This was an empty clifftop above the bleak waves. Now it blazes with color. Striped tents, colored flames, the music of pianola, and kettle drum. Mustachioed women and languorous men play chess, carve bones, eat cats, and polish are their terrifying brass instruments. These are Iron Republic privateers, pirates, whose practices convey laws of nature. Attack. They are numerous, but lost to wine and music. You will have the element of surprise, but it's hard to know what exactly those weapons will do. I can either that or eavesdrop. It's privy gossip to hell. Creep closer and you might learn important secrets. They are eating cats. I'm attacking them. An unfair fight. Dang it. Aw, man. Privateers run, yell, fall, but one seizes a weapon like a trombone inscribed with blasphemies. It conjures an appalling vibration that converts your sailors to screaming jellies. Another crouches behind a rock. She employs a kind of mortar, which rains down lethal pine cones. They smell delightful, but their perfume causes pine needles to erupt into green masses from your ears, mouth, and necks. Your crew is lost to bewildered terror. You flee as the triumphant privateers celebrate amid flares of red light. Dang it. Well, I can't say I didn't try. Alright. Buy some stuff to get back. Go away. I don't want to attack you right now. Right. Heading home. Straight left. Right, stop here. Don't look at it, guys. Okay, let's get port. High risk challenge. Not doing that. Okay, we have enough to get back to London. Something distant to the north, you say? northwest. Oh, there's like 2 ports here. Constant companion. Rack, earn your entry. The wreckers surround your dock and submarine. They greet you with crooked blades and rusted blunderbusses. Easy, trespasser. You want in, you prove you belong here. Tell of your exploits. Impress them with tales of your daring, or at least make yourself the hero of a violent story you overheard. That's right, whistle them. That's right, all of them. Natural-born storyteller, your words are like hooks in their ears. The violence drags them where you will. By the end, they've sheepishly lowered their weapons before raising them again in great cheer, sounding like the thundering of cannon fire. Damn fine, trespasser. Welcome to Rack. The city is in want. Ships lured by false promises and lights litter the seafloor. Their broken hulls make a city for the wreckers. The cities are in constant motion, working to survive the appease the fair king who sits deep within the city on his wheeled throne. Buy an audience with the fair king. The wreckers fear and adore their king. With the right offering, you may be able to meet him. Go wrecking. If you can lure ships toward Rack, the wreckers may sink them. The king himself will reward you. Eavesdrop on the wreckers. Learn where they are operating. Maybe you can warn the ports for sake of goodness or profit. Taste the tether. There is a weed that grows on the broken ships. To taste it is a privilege reserved for successful wreckers. Provide for a disgraced tether priest so he may provide for you. There is a gluttonous priest that the wreckers avoid, who lost his ability to experience tether after carelessly letting it touch his hand. Now he goes to debasing lengths to experience another vision. File a port report. The Admiralty would be very interested in the wreckers' activities. The wreckers know their duties. The poets write enticing lies. Talkers travel to other ports to spread them. Miners construct the devices which will sink the lured ships, and salvagers strip them bare. The most celebrated of the wreckers wear no special costume, but are easily identified. They mumble poems in Arabic to themselves. They whistle lively tunes in their new scales. They wear heavy gloves and carry silver clippers with which they cultivate tether. The wreckers write poetry where love is known. We do have a scintillac, so let's buy an audience with the fair king. Sometimes it happens in this way. The rusted walls behind him are draped with 2 banners made of the tattooed flesh of his amputated leg. He is admiring the scintillac through a jeweled lens as you enter. We are pleased. Tell me, he says, looking at you, how would you... Good God, he wheels toward you. His voice is hoarse. We are not strangers, you and I. Taste the tether. See for yourself. You are acquainted with the fair king. What are you to him? Visit the royal hall. The fair king is always glad to see you. The wreckers look on you with a quiet awe. They whisper as you pass, "Tethered to the king." The fair king sits taller in his throne as you enter. He cannot help but smile. Welcome back. Have any of the ships you sent come in? You think you recognize a few of the new wrecks you had entered a city. Approach the mirror. At the rear of his chamber, the fair king keeps a mirror made of ice. It holds a reflection, neither yours nor his, but that of a narrow, bespectacled priest, a bespectacled gentleman. The king allows no one to approach it, but perhaps he will make an exception for you. Very well. Today I shall allow it for a short while. The man in the mirror. You can see your reflection distorted in the ice, but therefore is another clear reflection as well. A long-faced man with receding black hair and round-rimmed lips. He blinks solemnly at you. Try to see yourself in the glass. Are you in the glass? Try to see the man in the mirror. Is there more of him? Free for all. You step towards the mirror. It flashes in the light. He stands at the Cuman Channel. At the Cuman Canal. His hair is blacker than the dark drop coffee in his mug. Men and women from the surface crowd around him. They look sickly in comparison. One passes him a letter, envelope white as snow, seal as black as bark. The man reads it and passes the young woman a flask. Before her crewmates can set on her, she has drained it. Her skin glows with new vigor, and before they can set on him, he laughs, and in spirit of liberty, equality, and eternity, gives them each a flask of their own. The fair king's voice interrupts the vision. I am never sure what is it we are seeing. The gentleman's hopes? His fears? He certainly seems to have an ambitious imagination. You have one moves in the great game. Moves in the great game. The nations of Europe and beyond compete for influence. Their plots reach even the neath. Apart from the king, you will return. Taste the tether. There's a weed. Okay. Within the rusting innards of a broken battleship, the wreckers keep the tether. It is guarded by heavy bulwarks. The priests capable of launching cannonballs across a room with their bare hands. It is glory of the wreck. Okay, I can't do anything. Within the sanctum, where no water drips, the walls and doors and a pedestal of trinkets. It is watched over by a stony matron. Make an offer of scrap, you may choose. Don the bone. There is a ring of brown bone, put it on. Lift the cup, empty silver mud urn, engraved with a simple floral scroll. Grasp the knife, a handle of horn, a polished blade. There are possibilities in it so fine as an instrument. Leave the sanctum another time. Let's see. Consider the state of the city. Wreckers look shallow. Follow the echo in the halls. Many wreckers sing, but none quite like this. Stores are running low. There's enough food to subside for a time, but the poets may soon be out of paper, and the miners won't be able to make their explosives if their powder isn't refreshed. But the fair king ensures there is order. He goes without, just as his subjects do, and he sees that those who forsake their work for despair are flogged. Okay, we have a shops tab. A city of sallow wreckers, hull harvester. Got candles, prisoner's honey, some fuel and stuff. I don't think I need to buy any more. I'm pretty sure that'll be enough to get back to London. Eavesdrop on the wreckers. Go wrecking if you can lure ships towards wreck. Wreckers may sink them. The king himself will reward you. I mean, some ships attack me, so... Okay. Little Gillifleur tells me there's someone you should speak to in Gorder's Moor, trespasser. Why not make a friend and send them over this way? You can also eavesdrop on the wreckers. Do you really think she can convince Bullers to sail our way? Of course, those fools up in Polythurn, she's one of our best talkers. She can find a nice captain with lots of cargo. Okay, Follow an echo through the halls. Many wreckers sing, but not quite like this. Careful, trespasser, a wrecker warns you as you approach. He escaped from Dahut. Mind your manners, or you might lose an ear. He escaped, composer. He looks up from a water-warped pianoforte, adjusting his glasses. His hands are stained with ink. There is music written on the wallpaper behind him. Sell your drowny Heim to the composer. He has mentioned a desire for inspirations. He can offer payment. Sell your drowny love song to the composer. He has mentioned a song. I don't have anything. Bid him farewell. Leave him to his music. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop here for a second. It's reached about a 2-hour mark. For me, well, an hour. And I'll pick this up in a bit, just to break it up hour by hour. Alright. Taking a break here, pick it up later. Till then, see you guys later. Ciao, ciao.